The best Halloween event this year is at Fantasy Island in 𝐒𝐥𝐬. Last Friday, we was invited down by the park to check out some early access to their new scare attractions. This was an extremely fun night and it was great to see the park in action. We love Fear Island here on the channel. We've covered it many times before without being invited down. This is a non-biased review on why Fantasy Island has the best Halloween lineup once again. The night started off with a lovely welcome drink and some great hospitality. There was so many people here. The atmosphere was really good and it was super laid back and relaxed. This was our first content event here on the channel and it was great, to be honest, and we really enjoyed it. We got to experience 4 of their mazes. We got the Psycho Mansion, 9 Circles, Snap, which is brand new for this year, and the Ravenous. Not only in this, but there was shows on throughout the night as well. We have this guy here with his torches, and wow, I mean, what do you do for a living? I lick fire. That was literally this guy. It was a great start to the event. Now, we did get split into groups of 4. With these groups of 4, we each had a maze we started on, and then we went round the mazes one by one. We started off with the Psycho Mansion. In my opinion, we went worst to best because the Psycho Mansion, although I enjoyed it, I don't want to drop too many spoilers. I don't think it was as intense as the others. It was still pretty good. It was fairly tame. However, if you do read online, it does say mild scare factor, whereas the others say high scare factor. So I suppose this is to be expected. The little bit at the end with the moving floor, though, I do think that was pretty good. However, it felt like after that, with it just ended abruptly, it kind of was a little bit of a letdown. That letdown was soon going to change, though, as we went to 9 circles. And this maze, you do get separated. And I am always one for that because personally, I think when you're with your group, you feel just that little bit safer. Whereas when you're on your own, the scares truly do come to life. And 9 circles was really good. You actually get a long time in here, and that did add to the queue. So I'd imagine on a normal day, this could probably be the busiest queue out of all of the different mazes. Essentially, you've been sent to hell, and I won't really say much more than that because, again, I don't want to drop any spoilers. But I really did enjoy this maze. It kind of gave like a little bit of what I was kind of hoping would see for like 13 at Alton Towers, but we didn't necessarily see that. Kind of like demonic. So 9 circles was pretty good. We then went on to the Ravenous. Now, this was a maze I had already done, so I kind of knew what to expect. However, I did it 2 years ago. It has won an award, and it thoroughly deserved that award. One thing I was really hoping for is they hadn't changed the actors. Of course, I didn't expect them to change the characters, but obviously with it being 2 years, the actors could have changed. People move on. It's just how life is. However, I'm pretty sure from memory, none of them had changed. And the head of the family, who was the one I really didn't want to change, hadn't changed because I think he's a phenomenal actor and he plays his part very well. And I love the Ravenous. It is a little bit grim. It is a little bit disgusting at times, but it is brilliant. It's one of my favorite mazes in the UK, probably my top maze in the UK. It's fabulous. I think this year they're kind of going for a selected area. Just underneath Odyssey, you kind of have all the entrances to all the mazes. I assume that is going to be the same when the full park opens. It's kind of like a scare area, if you like, instead of just going around the park to the different scare mazes. Now, new for 2025, we have Snap. This is all about clowns. I personally think clowns are a little bit overused in the horror scene. I think jesters are far more scary than clowns ever are, and jesters are underutilized. In fact, if you watch my Alton Towers vlog, when I saw a jester, I even had a little bit of an excitement to see the jester being used. I think he's a far more scarier character than a clown is. But the intensity, if you hate clowns, you are going to detest this maze. And I am not just saying that if it's, you know, it's a little bit of a jump scare. They are very intense. They are on you. And it kind of surprised me a little bit in some ways. If you really do not like clowns, I would not advise this maze because you will be terrified and you probably won't want to continue. And I don't send that out lightly. So Snap, in terms of intensity, is probably the most intense and in your face because they've portrayed the clown so well. It actually starts off pretty weird as well, as the guy who stands outside doesn't actually speak, which is a little bit strange. Even if you speak to him, he kind of has this eerie kind of feel to you. He is a clown as well, but he doesn't actually say anything, which is a bit strange. I do think Snap is cut short a little bit. It could have done with maybe being a tad longer in length, but still overall really good. And that brings me on to the actual area itself. There's a lot of great theming in this scare area. Remember, Fantasy Island isn't actually classed as a theme park. It's an amusement park, which is why I always praise Fantasy Island here on the channel. Because for 4 heavily themed mazes and an area like this, they deserve, well, they deserve a medal. You know, they deserve the award they won for Ravenous the other year. It's brilliant. Of course, they also do Toucan Tours Up, which is one of their dark rides. It becomes spooky Toucan Tours. We've done that on the channel as well. That is really good. They have some family-friendly shows, of course, as well. This year, they have some food and drinks, which are all themed around the Fear Island, and we even got to sample some of them as part of the event. They have these things called fat fries. I had a smash burger fat fries. Caleb had himself some pulled pork fat fries. There was also smash burgers on the go. This is all cooked fresh as well. They had some Halloween ice creams. It was personally a little bit too cold for me. I love a good ice cream, but I saw some other people having them. They did look really good. But overall, Fantasy Island, they've done a really, really good job. And if you do get a chance to go this year, I would definitely recommend. Of course, the park's open for ages, so you can get yourself some night rides. And let's also remind yourselves of the fantastic ride offering that we do have here at Fantasy Island. It is brilliant. Just to clarify, we weren't paid to say any of this praise that I have. This is genuine praise that I have for Fantasy Island, and I have praised Fear Island as an event for many years previous, which you can see here on the channel, and they continue to impress me. It's a reason it's my favorite theme or amusement park in the UK, should we say, although in some ways it probably deserves to be called a theme park. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it encourages you to go down to Fantasy Island, check out the park, check out the Halloween event, and hopefully this video is worthy of your subscription and a like. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.